Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Volley Rally. Today, I'm joined by Antoine Aube from our team. Antoine is on our development team, and we're very excited to take this opportunity to introduce him to those of you who don't get the chance to interact with our developers very often, which I suppose is most people. So, Antoine, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, no problem, Jake. Happy to be here.
Absolutely. Can you take a moment and introduce yourself? Where are you from? Where are you currently?
Sure. My name is Antoine. I live in Salt Lake. I was originally born in Montreal, Canada, and then moved to Vermont at a very young age. And up until a year ago, I was working as an operations director for a large climbing gym and fitness facility, and made a transition to being a software developer.
Was when you were you a climber yourself, or were you just, some sort of worker there, or how did that work?
Yeah, climbing is my biggest passion in life. So it's my number one activity. It's what I try to do whenever I have free time. So first and foremost, a climber for sure.
And when you say climbing, do you mean you go to like a spot, they have the little clay grab uh holds, whatever, and you have a harness, or do you mean you're going cliff climbing where there's a chance of death, any moment?
I go cliff climbing. I would say there's a chance of death in both scenarios that you described, no matter if there's rocks or not. But I go cliff climbing like on actual rocks outside, and it can be scary at times, but a huge part of it is taming that fear. So I really enjoy that.
Well, now let's talk a little bit about your transition to software. Why did you want to get into developing?
I was previously in management, and while I love working with people, my favorite part about my job was always just solving problems and problems that were not so clear and required a little bit of just deep thinking. So, after being exposed from a few friends who had been software developers, it really made me realize that it's something that I would love doing, and I was right. So I'm very lucky to have made the transition and love my work.
And how long did you say you've been doing developing?
A little over a year now, if you count the boot camp, like a year and 3 or 4 months.
Hmm. And so how long have you been with Volley?
6 months, a couple weeks ago, so almost half a year.
Awesome. Can you tell everyone a little bit about some of the stuff you've worked on with Volley in those 6 months?
A huge project that I've worked on has been campaign inheritance. So redesigning our entire campaign builder and also incorporating this new aspect of versioning and just inheriting campaigns from other campaigns, which is a huge shift in our organization. And I've been really lucky to work on such a big project as one of my first tasks as a developer.
Mhm. Yeah, that's something for those of you tuning in. Depending on when this airs, there may or may not be more said about that, but this has been a project that's been long in the works, and like Antoine said, he's worked a lot on that. So, um, I know we've covered your main hobby. Do you have any other sort of fun fact that people should know about you?
A fun fact about me is that French is my first language. I only speak French with my parents at home. I mean, we all speak English, but when we're home together as a family, like we only speak French amongst each other, which is always fun. And I'm very grateful for being bilingual.
Mhm. Awesome. Well, thank you very, very much for taking the time. Like I said, it's great to give folks a chance to meet the team members who they don't get to interact with a lot, especially the devs. And really appreciate you taking the time today, Antoine.
No problem. Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it.
Yep. Have a fantastic day.
You too.